Just finished the tutorial last time. Mm-hmm. Here you are in the vastness of space. All you hear is the ASMR whispering.
Face. The final frontier.
Oh, I realized this entire time what wasn't working was my mic because I had to reinstall the driver, so I had to reset it on Streamlabs. So it wasn't picking up the fact that I was complaining about the fact that it opens up to this instead of a start menu. ASMR bad. Do not like. Okay. I don't think I need to read through this. I think this is the same as the first time, and we suffered. Wait, it's not the same, is it? What?
It's a little bit different.
That was a different one. What? Well, shit.
Oh,
well.
Nice intro.
Why would you do this to me? This is a lot of effort. Oh, yeah, I have to go online. Okay. I already forgot everything we were doing. Remember. I think this is the same one. I think we just saved 3 times. And by we, I mean me. As I do. As we do. Oh man. I don't remember this. Also, this is very loud.
Music down a notch.
This is very good music though. But I don't even remember there being this specific song.
Oh yeah, we got prepared for a big confrontation.
Yeah, with Fernwa or something, whatever his name was. They want to read and raise stats or scout for information.
Mr. Stats.
Oh. Wait. Oh! Gain plus 3 points to use and reassign. Or collect keywords and gain plus 1 knowledge.
Info.
Wait, look at. Oh. You want knowledge?
Knowledge.
Okay. Let us collect knowledge. As prep for the dialogue, I usually search for information regarding the interlocutor. Who in this case will be Fernwa. It's always better to stay one step ahead of your opponent, and that means knowing more about them than they know about you. There isn't much time until the dialogue starts. I should choose carefully where I go get my information. There's Globin near the Malduvian River who's obsessed with studying great terrors. Or there's the Gnar Kichi. Gnar Kichi knows that runs a bar. I'm guessing he hears a bunch of things from different folk. Really? There's a lot of choices. I think we're gonna be stuck staring at the screen looking at 2 choices a lot this game.
Want to meet Globlin or Gnard?
Studying horrors.
We are a horrible creature. We're all monsters here. It's okay.
We're all monsters.
That's not.
levels.
in the game. This isn't some deep commentary about human life. We're literally playing one of the cosmic terrors. We are one of them.
Yeah, trying to become more powerful.
Powerful.
Let's see. Above the river, a goblin.
Okay. Globin. Better to trust the experts with this one. To be fair, Kichi is pretty shady. Not sure about Kichi's friends. A trek later, I'm at the Malduvian River. Normally, it's a dangerous place where predators tear apart their prey. Hey, this is where we started the game.
Yeah.
But because of the time, there's not much of a need to be cautious. I think. I meet up with Globin. We've done an exchange like this before, but not enough times where she's supposed to expect me. Under the guise of wanting to study great terrors, she reveals to me a few things of Fernwa. I learned that the chasm is for those who have lost their way. The chasm itself is home to something. Hobbin Globin doesn't know. That reduces you to nothing. I don't understand what the sentence is. Once your soul has been extracted by the chasm, Fernwa uses this to nurture the chasm and let it grow. Any remaining debris looks like fractured glass-like shapes floating astray. Good talk. The preparation time for the dialogue is up. Now, the Silver-Tongued will attempt to win the favor of the interlocutor. Well, yeah, I still don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a made-up word. Fernwa of the Lost. So we have soul and lost. Those are the keywords. I don't remember what we do with them. Almost instantaneously, I feel my body collapse into the floor. And soon after, I was dragged to the center, or the core of this plane. In that moment, I wasn't falling down, but instead, I was flying down. As the seconds passed, my home seemed more of a memory, and then a stranger. Everything was spinning, in motion, yet I felt strangely unfazed. I knew what to expect from great cosmic terrors, being one myself. The fall felt never-ending, the impact was going to be severe, but I never really hit the ground. A few minutes passed as he tried to recuperate from the fall. It takes me a few seconds before I could fully comprehend what had just happened. The humidity is almost suffocating, and if you look long enough, the glass shards and walls look back at you. Oh yeah, there's glass all over this place. The air, frigid and moist, should give a clear sensation, yet my body feels weak and light, almost as if I don't exist. I see Fernwa form itself around me. Whoa. Wait, I forgot this game does this. It moves around.
Oh, that's neat.
Everything about this game is really neat, just the title itself is too unassuming. It wasn't like a figure coming closer from the distance. It's more as if they were already here, waiting for me, and chose to reveal themselves now. Their figure staggers above mine, yet their ethereal form and lifeless eyeballs make them seem less threatening. Melly, you wanna be Fernwa of the Lost?
Who's Fluffy?
Yeah, sure.
It's Fluffy.
Yeah. Greetings, silver-tongued.
Oh, suddenly increase in volume.
I was told that you have come into my chasm.
My greetings. Everyone, stay comfortable. At this phase of the dialogue, this is where you make your first impression, and where you dictate the tone of the conversation. Oh, time to save scum, because I don't trust myself. I forgot which one is the... oh. This is where I've been journaling and storing all the keywords I found. There are labels above to filter through the different types of keywords. Oh, no explanation. Okay, just the keywords.
Do a save.
2 saves. I'll hold back on the 3 saves. Bit much. Okay. I get the feeling this choice doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I forgot mousing over them tells you what it does. Who told you I was coming? As to Supreme, which makes you seem more powerful. And are you Fernwa? Makes you seem less powerful, but more charismatic. So you say that this chasm is yours, no effect. How did you know I was a silver tongue? As to your reputation. There's Gascon. We don't have any of those 3. So...
Pick which one sounds nice.
Charisma.
Yeah, the thing is, because we don't have any Supreme, is it going to make us -1 Supreme? I don't know. Alright, let's go for the Charisma. Are you Fernwood?
Are you the silver-tongued?
Oh my god, Mal, you're so loud. I need to turn you down a little. It's because I have you at 150%. I usually turn you up. Okay. You're at 130 now. They give a warm chuckle.
You can never be sure of anything in this world, little one.
Okay, 130 is still too loud.
Fernwood seems cool so far.
Yeah. You're gonna steal his soul. Or their
Oh.
soul.
Are you supposed to go into the wall with the others?
No. That I'm certain of. I'm not going anywhere near those creepy-looking walls. I think I'll be fine. They begin to stroke the top of my horn. Wow, invading personal space.
Uh-oh.
There, there. There, there. There, there.
Are they patronizing me? Maybe they look down upon me or cherish me. I could exploit this. Or reassert the tone I want.
Anyways, I wanted to ask, what brought you here?
So what I remember from the tutorial is that having no Supreme actually helps sometimes because you can make them... Oh, it actually did give us -1. Okay. Yeah, you can make yourself seem small and pitiful and easy to bully, which makes it easier to manipulate them. Human social skills. Applies to real life too. Don't cite me on this. Anyway. You know what a siphon is. Plus knowledge. I was hoping you could tell me that. Negative Supreme. I thought that I could ask the questions first. Plus Supreme. Well, does that even matter? We don't want that! I don't know why you would not. I don't know, there's probably a mechanic for having negative reputation. Ugh. Let's not do that.
We could always go for more knowledge.
No.
Oh, I thought we were gonna say we could always make ourselves seem even more pitiful and weak.
We could do that too. Get head pats. Or
You know what a siphon is.
No. Please explain.
It's a being that... Is there any way I can put this nicely? Needs the help of others to survive.
Haha. That another way to say parasite?
Ichi would be fuming if it was here. No. The siphon is not attached to the host. Just needs a deal. Yes, a deal to progress.
What deal do you speak of?
You know, just your soul. One that is mutually beneficial for both parties. They turn their back against me and start to float.
What's the point?
Well, you could gain something out of it.
Oh, they got eyes. I'm not talking about stupid siphons.
Oh, they always had eyes.
I just noticed that.
It's closed all the time.
Grandma isn't talking about siphons, he's just talking about life. What's the point of anything? Ultimate cynicism. Oh my god, I was joking, but...
I mean, the point of it all.
Kinda pessimistic, dude. I shouldn't try to say anything now. The best I can do is let them talk. Oh my god, this is just like real life!
You know, I've been thinking of a lot of things. Yes. I've been thinking a lot. About what there is and what there isn't.
It's like having a real life conversation with someone who just discovered philosophy. This is literally what it's like. Define what there is and what there isn't, plus intellect, plus reputable. Oh, have you really now, plus supreme. I can't understand you, minus charisma. Let them continue talking, no effect. Well... Arn... The Silver Tongue said that they should just let him talk, but... No.
You wanna be smart?
Wanna be smart? Okay. Define what way should I say? Nah, we'll just do it from the beginning. It's okay. I say like, okay, no, we have unlimited saves. I should save. Define what there is and what there isn't.
What I mean to say is that in this moment, oh god, my NFP's demological status is being questioned.
It's not gonna happen a lot. It's okay.
As well as my metaphysical one.
Oh, this is literally someone who just discovered many concepts. What load of nonsense was that? I need to be on the same wavelength as them so I can get through. Questioning can be good?
Ah. You wouldn't get it.
Oh, this is exactly what it's like. You don't know who I am. You can't make assumptions about what I will or will not get.
I suppose that is true. But sometimes I doubt you're even here.
I asked the Matrix theory, in which they think the world around them is fabricated and they're the only real person in the world.
Sometimes I think conversations are useless.
Wow.
Sometimes I think they're concrete and undeniable.
I may not be their therapist, but them opening up can only mean good things for me. I mean, are we sure we're not their therapist? It kind of sounds like we are.
But this is all irrelevant talk. I don't think it's appropriate for me to discuss these things with you.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
What I need is an answer related to why you're here.
Well, I told you that.
Not how you got here, or what you want to speak with me about.
But why you exist, which is actually kind of a sore spot considering how the game actually started.
As in, why are you here?
I'm sorry? Head tilt.
Only those who have fallen astray in the land of Chasm.
They're doing a head tilt.
I know you tried to enter against the wishes of this place. Which seems incredibly bizarre because I haven't seen an entry in a while. You're either here because you deserve to be, or you have reached an access point which should be illegal.
Well, how are we supposed to steal your soul if we're trying to keep things on the legal side? You have to get here somehow.
Soul snatch.
I need to think fast and know what they're talking about, because I have no idea. People come to the chasm if they're lost. So that means I was probably called here because I was lost too. Wait, can I click this? No? Okay. Think. I've lost my sense of purpose, minus reputation. Reputable. I've lost touch with reality itself, plus reputable. I've lost any reason to care, plus supreme. I mean, if we want to keep going with our stats, we probably want this one. Unless you want to make up for that -1 supreme and start talking down to people eventually.
What is real and what isn't?
Honestly, I ask myself that every day while I'm addicted to Minecraft. I've lost touch with reality itself. Sometimes doubt that even if I'm living or exist, I'm always like, I completely understand. I relate. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
perception check.
you're lost too. Just like the rest of us.
I guess this is where the overthinkers go to in hell, is the chasm.
His state is open. In fact, I think this could be quite a good sign. No one has lasted as long as you. I thought you would be gone by now. How quaint.
They make several soft giggling noises with an extra eye. Actually, no. I forgot. This tells us their posture. A sincerity in their smile. They've been craving for company for some time.
They're lonely.
It's a bit eerie and unsettling.
But in your last, final moments, I will tell you this. That everything you will say will be irrelevant. You will disassemble and lose yourself to the chasm like everyone else.
I'm pretty sure our plan is to eat ourselves out of here as soon as we get your contract, so no, we'll be fine.
No matter how hard you try, little silver-tongued, you will be in the place where you're meant to be.
I was told I was meant to die far too many times to take this talk seriously. Even though this discussion has me at the center, I need to refocus back to Fernwood. I can either let myself continue to be the center and through this, reveal what Fernwood has to offer, or I can completely shift the focus of the conversation away from me. And where is that? Oh, right. Fernwood begins to turn inward.
Hands within the chasm. Forever.
And who decided that? Plus Supreme. And what if that didn't happen? Plus Intellect's probably what we want. Is this where everyone is meant to go? Minus knowledge. Why do you believe that?
Want to become a searcher?
What's our stats again?
2 reputable, 1 charisma, -1 supreme, 2 knowledge, 2 intellect, 1 perception. I think perception was the only skill we took because it took literally all the points they gave you. It's important though.
Perception check.
Want to become big brain?
You wanna be big brain?
Big brain.
I think shifting the conversation away is literally everything but this one. I see it.
Do we
You wanna,
even out the supreme?
you wanna be neutral power?
Neutral.
Okay.
We started off a little weak and pathetic, and then now we're taking control.
And who decided that?
Someone long before me.
We want to press. We want to press about who the someone is. I wish I had a soundboard. Like it's Torny sound music.
Hold it.
Hold it! Pray tell, who is this enigma? I went back to comfortable.
Well, of course, it was.
They dissolve into the air and then reappear again.
Perception check.
Renwa's eyes are glowing. They're deceiving you.
Wow. Someone long before your time.
Oh, no one? I could guess that. But who specifically?
Does it matter?
No, we're debating the details right now.
But there is no need to control what is essentially nature itself. It's the only thing that feels real. But makes everything else, including myself, feel so insignificant.
Does that mean you think of me as fake? Renwa forms a grin and a mist escapes through the gaping hole.
No.
Wow, terrifying.
Big grin.
Haha.
I'm sorry? What? Something that cannot exist. A figment of their imagination. Something in their mind? Yeah, Renwa thinks they live in the Matrix. Are you kidding me? How on earth am I supposed to win Renwa's favor if they think I'm fake? That I don't exist. They need to stop staying cooped up in here and actually start having a life. Wow! This is like a personal attack! Oh, no. Spare me now. So, how come I'm talking to you?
Why, it's simple. There's either two possibilities. Perception check.
Renwa's eyes are shaded. They're telling the truth.
Truth. 1. My monad is being supplied with nutrients inside a machine meant to simulate reality.
Literally thinks they think they're in the Matrix.
Oh no. Which includes you to be a part of the reality.
But I'm nothing more than just a bunch of nuts and bolts meant to resemble a person. Renwa nods their head.
Or 2. there's a malevolent demon who attempts to deceive me in believing in a non-existent world. Okay. He conjures up locations, people, and such with his incomprehensible powers solely for deceit.
Talk about being self-centered. Or being a solipsist? Must take an awful lot of brain power to be this self-deluded. So I'm either working for a devil, or I'm an artificial simulation.
Simulation. I wish I could say, oh, I didn't mean to insult you. Of course I don't think that. But I honestly don't care.
This conversation is too real. Really feels like I'm talking to a certain people I've met. Interesting. Guess I have to find some way to convince them to care about the siphon. Or maybe I could use this to my advantage. But first, if this is the place I'm meant to be in, then I should get to know it. Fernwood, could I ask you as to how the chasm works?
Wow. It isn't complicated. You already know that lost souls come to this place. Often they doubt their reality, doubt their purpose, or doubt even existing. That's when I take over. The chasm does not work itself of converting the lost souls into energy.
Allie, I don't think you have to verbalize the capitalization.
But I have to.
That's flavor.
Flavor.
There's a lot of capitalization in there.
Very self-centered monster tries to sound very important.
Lets the chasm continue to thrive off of the nutrients of lost souls.
So, if nobody were lost, would the chasm cease to exist?
Foolish bile. Nobody's free from me, or free from the chasm. Everyone will come here, because there isn't a single being that's sure of themselves.
Oh yeah? Why do I exist then? No. Well, I'd like to think that I'm holding myself pretty well together.
You'd be surprised as to how weak and fallible you are once staring into the gaping maw.
And the maw is?
The opening pores where the chasm breathes and consumes.
This place is starting to sound more like an actual person versus a static location. But if you aren't here, then what would happen?
People will still come into the chasm. They would just have to find the way themselves. Almost everyone goes through me first before I see them here. Except for you. I didn't anticipate that you would be here. Which is quite strange. But you're taken care of in a much more interesting way.
I don't like the sound of that. I was about to say that. That's commentary. Sounds ominous.
Because if you aren't lost and somehow got in, that means the chasm called you. Not me.
And why?
Why, the lower you go down the chasm and closer into the earth, the more lost you are.
I hear you verbalizing the brackets too.
There are different layers to this place. first is for those with simple doubts. They may not even disappear and simply wander back. The second are those who fully acknowledge that they can't know anything.
Do you want to press or let him keep talking?
You've still got lots of bar.
Does that mean you want to press?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very sure. Okay.
Hold it.
Let's save. Save after every single choice. I'll just save over them when we finish with Fernwood. Hold it! Do you mean that they can't know if anything else exists?
Their state is getting lower.
That was a pretty big reduction.
No, simply put, is that they don't believe they can ever be sure of their own knowledge. Because of the
Agrippin, I think?
Agrippin dilemma, you get modes of infinity, assumptions, and circularity. When people keep asking you to justify your beliefs, or they ask, how do you know this? You have limited responses. The mode of infinity is the useless endeavor to continuously justify yourself. The mode of assumption is you refusing to answer. The mode of circularity is when you repeat what you said and end up back where you started.
Oh, I get it now. This is classic skeptical paradox. And the third are those who undergo. Oh, wait. That's your line. Wait. When did I. Where's the log? Oops. Is it the book? It's probably the book, isn't it?
There.
Okay. Guess Fernwood interrupted. Melly.
A classic skeptical paradox. And the third are those who undergo a classic existential nihilism. The fourth are those who are truly invisible. No purpose, direction. Are you still talking, are you? The fifth are those who think that reality itself is a complete farce.
This is a talking game, Mally. This has got to happen a lot.
No. And six are for those who doubt that they even exist themselves. Incredible, no?
That sure is something.
You seem to be an inquisitive creature.
Yeah, it's in our stats. It seems to amuse them. The questioning will now begin. Use the keywords you have so far to ask Fernwood about them. To do this, simply type in the keyword you want to ask about. Or perhaps you can ask about non-keywords too? Be warned, because once you've asked a question about a keyword, that's it. You cannot go back to it.
You have anything else left to ask?
Oh god.
Look up our keywords.
Keywords. Lost.
Yeah, this is the wrong one. Chasm, Lost, Saul, Skeptic. This is actually not that many, because we started out with Chasm.
That's skeptic from talking.
Skeptic.
Maybe ask that.
You can ask a non-keyword too. I don't really know what you would ask though. Oh. You seem to be a clear-cut
Neutral.
skeptic to me.
I don't go by insignificant labels.
Your general inability to accept me being here is fascinating. What I think is that we'll take your beliefs and align them with the axioms of skepticism. Then we can see the differences and break it down.
Why would you want to do such a moronic task?
I'm competent enough that I can do it, and I want to do it.
You're going to tear down everything I say.
Yeah, we're gonna be Phoenix Wright.
Here to mock me and...
Relax, Fernway. You can trust me. I'm trying to see if I can click that.
No.
I can't. No harm will be done to you. Fernway keeps denying my own existence, which is aggravating to say the least. But I can't convince them that I need to be their siphon if I'm not anything. On what grounds do you think I don't exist?
Because you do. Because you're here in the chasm. So even if you're real now, you're going to disappear soon.
I may see your point here, but I hardly think I'm going to be gone since it's been a while. I know that you know that I'm not going anywhere, and I know that you can't do a thing to me unless the chasm says so. So the only option we have left here is one where I'm a figment of your imagination, which is why I'm not going away.
I suppose, yes.
If they're just a skeptic in disguise, I merely have to refuse skeptic talking points. This should be enlightening. Would you say that me not existing is a byproduct of your metaphysical beliefs?
Oh.
Val's just like...
This is a therapy session, man.
I think
This is therapy.
I think this entire game is a therapy session.
Payment is all.
What do you mean?
You not believing in me is not anything against me in particular. It's just because you don't believe in reality itself. Making them trust me means I have to trust in this silence. Roa's misty form begins to shift. One of their tendril-like legs pulls up a mask. They stare at it for a couple of moments. You wonder how such a great terror could be seen so weak like this. There's a lot of commas and pauses where I don't think there need to be. How they could not be shameful or be ashamed of their vulnerability. I certainly wouldn't be able to do that.
How could you?
How could I? What? I was just about to ask that.
How can you truly, sincerely believe in anything?
Well, first you watch a lot of shonen anime.
What if
Did Mally die? Or is it my internet?
illusion? Knowledge is valuable.
I'm guessing we don't have enough perception to see... Because this is... What is this? What does this body language mean?
We need a perception check. Bonds of lovers will break. And time will melt away. The only certainty lies in the uncertain.
They form a hideous smile.
Wow. And in the chasm.
Well, you see, I think you would have a point. Under the model of standard analysis for knowledge, there's no way to escape this paradox. You could never truly justify anything. Some foundationalists like to claim there are basic beliefs that the whole world boils down to. I'm just dying of the fact. What is this conversation? Like axioms of knowledge. Other coherence theorists like to say knowledge is in interconnections between beliefs, and how beliefs are only credible upon the supposition of others.
Which is how knowledge works.
I only took 1 year of psychology, no philosophy, and I'm a science student. I don't really know what they're talking about. But we don't know the credibility of others, or whether or not they're real. It doesn't matter if one of them is false. If they can all support each other in false ways, it works. So that's out of the question too.
If it isn't something that interesting to the universe, nor is it based on a web of beliefs, then what is it?
Now we're passing a lot of checks. Haven't had a fail yet.
Wow. We're smart.
You can't get to that right away. First, if you reframe what you think knowledge is, then not believing in anything becomes pointless. If we looked at knowledge under a contextualist model, or a default and challenge model, then things start to make sense. Because knowledge isn't infallible. But that's the whole point. Knowledge should be made, countered, and remade again. It doesn't possess any divine qualities. Its inherent usefulness is in relation to us. So it doesn't matter if the malevolent demon tricks you. Oh, so we're admitting that's what we are. Or if this whole world is a simulation. It is a game. Because we can still work within the system. I turn to them. Your claim presupposes foundationalism, which we know to be false. Your conception of experience incorporates the myth of the given. This myth is the assimilation of sapience to sentience, of thought to mere sensation. Well, I'm glad I'm the one voicing the silver tongue. Or in other words, knowledge of what we perceive can be independent of the conceptual processes which result in perception. It is because of this myth you are able to live in your delusions of a non-existent world. Imagine if someone who didn't speak English as their first language was watching this. They're just like, what the hell is going on?
A lot of big words here.
What I'm saying, Fernwa, is that with this in mind, there should be no reason to doubt my existence. What matters is that you can hear and see me in this moment. Wow, deep. Right?
Wow, deep. You are saying things I've never heard of. So you couldn't be made from some part of my imagination. You must be here in the present.
Wow, we got through to Fernwa.
And your reasoning couldn't come from my consciousness. So many big words.
It's true. Fernwa's eyes have a black shine wipe across them. Their face is light and dark.
Silver-tongued. I don't know if this explanation is enough. I may need to think on it and get a dictionary, maybe with other sources. But if you could give me some time to look up these words.
Well, if I'll be happy to give you my time, for a price.
Why for a price?
My time is a valuable resource, and one that is limited. I am only able to survive off of the gracious help of others.
And how? How do they help? I thought this therapy session was free.
Well, it doesn't cost much. That's how they get you. Nothing in this world is free. Hardly anything at all. It's just a piece of your soul. Wow, we're so nice. We're not even asking for the whole soul.
Just a little bit.
What?
I'm a
Just a little
siphon,
nibble.
Fernwa. Just as it's the chasm's nature to make lost souls disappear, it is within mine to sustain myself through mental energy.
What happens if you don't get mine?
I think we just get someone else's. If I don't, I'll surely disappear. And you'll never be able to find any more truths again. Because we know everything. We are the one with the dictionary. This is all based on the assumption that Fernway will hopefully want to keep hearing from me. If they still want to believe that everything is fake, then there's nothing I can do.
Consider it done.
Actually, I'm kind of surprised.
Yay! Pulling them out of the bubble.
Thank you for listening to my woes. And for once in years, giving me something to actually think about.
You know how many people would actually just give out their entire souls if you help them stop being cooped up inside all day. Honestly, pretty cheap price for a therapy session. Is cheaper than one in real life. Great. I'll sign off the deal. Using your power of insight, enter the mind of Fernwood. This is the part I accidentally skipped in the tutorial and don't know how to do. You will leave your mark on their mind, which can say anything you want. Including inappropriate things, I guess. A signature? A keyword? Or perhaps it's a word that's meaningful to you. I don't think it matters. Can I save? Yes.
Take something forever implanted in Fernway.
Is there a bar here?
I go all the way around.
You're gonna make me go all the way around. Wait, I can't even go all the way around. Oh my god! It's an invisible maze! I hate my life. Why are you making me do this? Oh my god!
It's kind of cramped in here, Fernwood.
You have a lot of nothing blocking the way. This is too real.
My mind is a maze that only a few can solve.
Oh, it's an invisible maze. Okay. Okay, I finally got there.
Did it.
Okay. Now there's to say... Right, someone pull up the B-movie script.
You like jazz.
Wake up. Fernwood. Time to wake up.
And thus Fernwood will never forget. I don't know, I'm trying to think of something. I wonder if the B movie... Hold on, I'm gonna go actually Google the B movie script. I'm gonna see if it'll fit. It probably won't, because I think there's probably a character limit, but it did say I could type in anything. B movie script.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. Why is this so long? I've never actually watched the B movie.
Because the bee movie is a movie about bees.
It doesn't explain a thing.
And how society
It's totally against bees.
Yes.
Yeah.
They take the honey.
Okay, it says... Does it not let me copy and paste? I think that might be the issue. I'm not gonna manually type the B movie script in there. I guess we'll just start off with the beginning, and I guess Fernwood will have to go out into the world to find the rest of the script. They'll be forever stuck in his head. Their head. According to all known... Wait, is that it? That's such a short character limit! I couldn't even type the first sentence!
According to,
Has Fernwood ever heard of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy MMORPG?
Please. That's not gonna fit either! I think I can type in Japanese. Hold up. Let me switch my keyboard. No, it doesn't recognize it. English only, I guess.
B-movie.
No.
You wanna be the what?
A bee.
I wanna be a bee. Okay, fine. I'll just...
Bees.
B movie script. I can't even write script. Fine. B movie. B movie.
B-movie.
That's the best we can do.
I'm the truth. Fernwood.
With my mark imprinted on Fernwood's mind, it acts like a signature of some sort. So I guess the B movie script is our signature. Meaning that I can siphon their mental energy at any time, as long as the connection is maintained. Congratulations! You've successfully won Fernwood's favor. Whether or not you won, though, life will still go on just the same. But it could determine future outcomes and scenarios. Now that the conversation, all your stats earned during the conversation will be reset to normal. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. After all, presence indicates how your interlocutor perceives you. Once you're done seeing them, these stats play no role. All stats gained during the conversation with Fernwood will be reset. Well, there goes all our intelligence.
We're not smart.
Don't worry, all the points you assigned beforehand will stay. Here we can save your progress by overriding the save file in the first slot. Would you like to save? But why would I do that when I can save externally through RenP and it gives me infinite saves? Well, yeah, sure.
Save.
Because that was just an extra save anyway.
Chapter 2.
There's a heart that beats as one. In spite of the outcome, one question still lingers on my mind. How did I even get the chasm keyword in the first place? I remember darkness, an inky, glass-like dripping blotches of nothing, and then I saw a red light. I returned to the present, the Malduvian River. Fernway may have been delusional, but they were right about one thing. Only those that are lost can even enter the chasm to begin with. And Fernway may have called me for the dialogue, but someone called first. Someone who gave me the chasm keyword. Maybe they were right. Chasm did call me. And if that were true, stop. I don't need to go on needless tangents right now. So what if I have doubts? Doesn't everyone? And what does it matter if the chasm called me? I doubt I'll ever see it again. Some questions can't be answered. As you were deep in thought, you turn your head towards the Bahoog Bay. Across the horizon, you noticed a new fair eclipse eclipse the sky. I don't know what that is. I don't think I've seen this one before. There are signs, voices, and noises relating to the fair surrounding you. Disembodied mouths and screeches from the void start whispering in the ears of passerbys.
Ah.
Well, I got some tea first after all that.
Eat something.
I just gotta make everyone stare at this horrifying mouth while I drink some tea.
Something to ease your worries. Feeling directionless, losing your heart, tired of feeling it all.
Join the fun fair, where all your cares can go to waste. Sign-ups are free! We have free fresh juice and snacks. Advertisements for the fun fair? What kind of snacks do they have? Oh, it's a fun fair but spelled differently. Okay. You pick up a cube of goo from the dock floor. Snacks include bummy livers, tart selgers, and classic homemade salts and nats. Oh, Kichi loves salts and nats. If snacks are free, nothing is free in this world. I might as well take the charity. After eating chasm that many times, CH doesn't make the same sound. You turn to whisper in one of the disembodied mouths. That doesn't seem sanitary. Hi. Oh, wait. You guys were saying something about free snacks. Coming right away. The mouth begins to eat itself. Spins outward from where it was. It orbits around an empty point in space, while simultaneously rotating on an axis. Then it comes to a stop. What head? Open the top of my head. Inside were the snacks listed on the cube of goo. Plummy livers, tart selgers, and salts and nats. Please, take the fresh juice too. You oblige.
Juice. Congratulations. The ceremony of commencement will begin shortly.
Oh no.
Pardon my ceremony of what? Yeah, you know, you even called them free with apostrophe, quotation marks.
Yeah, you got the prize. Now that you've given in to the desires of delectable dining, we think you're ready.
Technically, I guess this is Kichi's desires. Ready? Ready for what?
We've always been proud of you.
Fun. Oh.
You've been like a son to us.
Oh, okay.
What the heck?
Game of catch you couldn't reach, so you fell down.
Oh, I'm very confused.
there was no one to catch your fall.
A different mouth approaches you.
But now, someone is here to catch the fall.
Ah,
We're here, Gabe,
who's Gabe?
ready to catch your fall. It's Gabe.
First off, my name isn't Gabe. Secondly, I'm just going to take the snacks and go.
No! Don't you know? When you join the fun fair, don't you know what happens next?
I haven't joined anything. You said there were free snacks.
You took the snacks. You're in.
I'll return them.
The first mouth interrupts the second one.
Wait. We apologize. Perhaps you weren't ready. We're sorry we let you down, our sweet little child.
Why do you think we're your son? That's kind of weird. I don't remember having talking mouths as parents.
Who's Gabe?
At least, will you attend orientation day?
Or what?
This is
The
the pyramid
fun
scheme.
fair?
Oh, a fun fair is a one-off event for the core meal.
Ma'am, I don't know what that is.
Who is one and all.
Wait,
Okay,
the core... core mem? I don't know how you pronounce that.
Meow?
Meow.
Meow?
Meow? Meow?
Meow.
Okay, let's sit on meow.
Oh, yes. Sorry, we should have led with that first.
Hormium is a collective hive mind. Instead of terror or brute force, they've infected other worlds to conquer them. It's literally a pyramid scheme.
Pyramid schemes.
Offering free snacks as at a quasi carnival wouldn't be how I imagined running into one.
So, orientation is what again?
Well, we would introduce you to the philosophies of the Vina Cava and say why you should join us.
Pyramid scheme.
Sounds reasonable.
That may be true, but if I don't join, they will certainly kill me. And if I don't agree to do the orientation, they'll kill me too. Just my lucky day.
Pyramid scheme.
Then maybe I can turn this into my favor. I was wondering, would it be possible to meet Cormium?
Oh no, you don't understand. Cormium is all of us. Cormium is one. Cormium is all. Cormium is me. And Cormium is you.
So, right now I'm talking to Cormium.
Yes.
I don't think any of your Vena Cava lackeys are going to convince me. If I'm doing an orientation, I need to hear it from the core of the hive mind themselves.
Interesting. Nobody cares to meet the ones who started it all. And if you meet Cormium, you will consider joining the Vina Cava? Yes?
We're not a gigantic talking mouth, though. I feel like that kind of disqualifies us.
Most definitely.
Not.
No.
Most definitely not. But I need to get out of this conversation.
What time works for you?
Well,
How about tomorrow?
that also works.
Good.
Good. Good.
Good.
They drop to the
Yeah.
floor and then dissolve. I think I can get out of this one. Maybe?
Pyramid
Dogs are gonna
scheme.
come knocking on our door. Have you heard the good word?
Oh god.
Cormium?
Would you like to become a gigantic talking mouth?
Yeah. I'm sorry. You did what now?
Trust me, Kichi, this is going to be a good thing.
I don't have a problem with the whole joining a collective hive mind thing. It's your choice. But meeting Cormium? What possible reason could you have for doing that?
After winning Fernwa's favor, things should only go up from here. I'm not going to just have one grand victory. This could be the start of a succession of wins.
and for insight.
Why would Cormium ever let you be their siphon?
Kichi, you don't have any confidence in us ever.
They're a collective hive mind. They have better things to do.
One mind or many, everyone has their secrets, and everyone can be exploited with insight. Oh, I also got you some snacks.
Thoughts and acts. Oh, wait. You're distracting me from the current issue at hand.
I take the salsa gnats over the hearth and start sizzling them. Kichi stops and starts drooling over its 4 mouths. 4? I don't see 4. Hurt salgers, when smoked and dusted, can act as a good seasoning over glummy livers. I start preparing that dish on top of the hearth and in the compressing chamber. While the food is being molded and heated, I take out the fresh juice and make 2 glasses. In a small shot glass for Kichi, and a medium-sized one for me. The glummy livers look a little underbaked, so I set out a light and re-squeeze its juices.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
What I always do, I win their favor.
I'm not talking about that. I mean, how are you gonna win Cormium's favor?
Good question.
Look, I think it's time to eat. I plate the seasoned glummy livers and salted gnats. They wibble and swim around. Don't sweat a thing, Kichi. I got this. And I have some time to prep for tomorrow.
Tomorrow? It's in a few lunar hours.
No, tomorrow is when we wake up, Kichi. Don't you know how time works?
I know.
Have a location?
Yeah. I know where I need to go. No worries.
By the way, if you want help, the Nard works at the Zilker.
Why do you plug your Narg friend so much? You getting, like, royalty fees? Or, wait, advertisement fees? What do they call that? You're getting commission. Commission for that?
Affiliate?
Thank you, Kichi. We ate the rest of our meal in silence. I turned off the noise machine to ease the room. But the only thing we heard that night were the noises from outer world and the cries from the blackened skies. With nothing better to do, I pick up the papers on the floor and start reading them. Headline: Margot, the Destroyer of Worlds, has recently been granted the standing of Great Terror. After the crusade against the Planktonian dimension, he has now accumulated enough cult of followers to earn the title. Great Terrors are indifferent to this change, old terrors are disturbed, and dark terrors want him dead.
You have 1 point left to reassign to stats. What do you want to do? You want a better presence, or perception?
The P in perception stands for perception.
Get
You
super
wanna be-
eyesight.
You both talked at the same time and my brain couldn't process what you said.
They say super perception.
I also kind of like using perception, but I feel like the last one, it wasn't that helpful. I feel like the body language was already in the text. Aside from when they were lying when they were talking about who said the thing.
Case over patience, because we want to go big brain.
Okie dokie.
Big brain.
We're gonna need big brain. Well, actually, let's look at it from the perspective
Of the boss monster. We're dealing with a pyramid scheme mastermind. We want to be charismatic to fight against them, or be smart,
It's a good.
refute them, or perception to tell when they're lying because they must lie a lot. Think about this.
Maybe no charisma route this time.
You gonna fight charisma with charisma? Okay. Let's do it. Like, realistically, I think the game probably lets you win through any route. It's just a matter of preference.
presence it is.
But scheme the schemer.
Okay, but do we want actual charisma, reputation, or supreme?
Just go charisma then.
I feel like this is the one that's gonna be the least helpful, but let's try it.
Oh well.
Why do I only get 1 point? You can continue reading to gain more points to raise your stats. Or you can scout for information to gain keywords and also +1 knowledge stat. Do you want keywords or more stats?
More stats.
Okay. More stats this time.
This time more stats.
You want more charisma?
I mean, very precise.
Visions.
Precision.
Visions. Visions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Retain and remember knowledge. Sound judgments and logic. You want both of them?
Yeah, sure.
Okie dokie. We go big brain.
Wait.
You learned the art of Sprezatra, the ability to appear to do something incredible effortlessly. More headlines are about Squiz Defiler of the Deceased raising her undead army. Your preparation time for the dialogue is up. Now, the Silver-Tongued will attempt to win the favor of the interlocutor, Corimium, where one is all.
All's one.
It's a pretty anime-looking street. Save time. I knew that orientation would take place in the of the Murango Solace border. Okay, I guess next time we're streaming this, we're gonna say spending 20 minutes mispronouncing words in a Monster's Insight.
Open your dictionary for this one.
The thousand voices from last time were there to greet me and asked me to don a new robe. And then they beckoned me to float into the orb floating above the Murango. Really, you're gonna make me say that again? The poetic orb structure, like a mechanical puzzle, began to undo itself. When the entrance opened, the orb resembled a sphere with a slice taken out. I went inside. After navigating through multiple vessels in the canals, I finally arrived to the core. This core room is the abode of Cormium, the mind of the hive mind, or the heart of the Venakava collective. And attached to the top of the ceiling, there's no other than the heart itself. When I took a step on the ground, the Cardian floor jumped, and Cormium immediately knew I was there. We're literally inside of a heart right now, okay. Slowly, they began to descend from the ceiling. It's a literal heart. Hovering above me, their cords of arteries and veins fall delicately past them like strands of hair.
Nitro.
This is Scubby Mally again.
Only voice of heart mind here.
Is this
Hear the
me?
heartbeat.
I don't know.
How are they moving so much?
Ah. Is Malik gonna be Cormium? Or the dwarves again?
I guess I can be Cormium.
Yeah, our mistake was voicing the mouse, thinking they were like one-off mobs, but I guess those don't exist in this game.
Silver-tongued. Are you ready for orientation?
Always
Well,
have
I don't know
been.
if I'll ever be.
If you're ready, just gush. You don't need to ask. I don't know if I'll ever be.
let's see. You're ready for to discuss.
Okay. You're ready to discuss.
Should do them like because they're a leader. Discuss.
Give my own ideas a fair chance. Have a conversation.
Sure. Now, we here also want to make you do a little survey before we start orientation. We hope this is fine with you.
Sure.
I hate
I feel a
surveys.
quake underneath my feet.
Please take a step back.
The sound design is making me really uncomfortable, which means it's doing its job, but I'm uncomfortable. I do so, and from where I was once standing, the floor caves into a hole, which then forms into a mouth-like shape. Wow, gross.
Ew.
The floor ejects something into the room. Wow, even more gross.
What?
The yellow and white bile floats in the room, free of gravity. As I was in
What?
awe, the hole starts closing itself up by pulling in the meaty floor that surrounds it. Similar to quicksand. Wow, gross. A mouth opened up in the floor, it threw up, and then it started pulling things in like a black hole. Okay.
Gross.
As it does so, the bile transforms into a smectic A state, where it crystallizes to form a piece of paper.
Gross.
We just want to know if you have any allergies, friends or family you care about, or salt on you. Also, this is about if you've joined any hive minds in the past, how long you've existed as a singleton, ATC.
Is there some kind of writing device I can use?
Look up, silver-tongued.
Above me, I see a black artery descend from the ceiling. Wow, gross.
Squeeze it to get some ink out of it.
Oh.
Can you not just get me like a regular pen?
No, this is Monster World. We don't do things normally here. Continue squeezing and pressing it as you write.
After a few minutes, I'm done filling out the survey. What will this be used for?
We thank you very much for your cooperation. Now, we're sure you have a lot of questions, which will be answered in due time.
That's what they all say.
However, we were very curious to learn more about you.
Birmingham's eyes are squinting. They're suspicious of you. How come?
Why, of all the people we've recruited, annoyed. You're the only one who started making demands.
Yeah, Cormium's arteries are turning blue. They're annoyed.
And the only one to make a reasonable demand at that. To see us. Sometimes, among the multitude of faces, you singletons fail to grasp our reality.
I think you need to talk to Fernway about this.
Singletons being a collective word for those who are not in a hive mind.
And it is because you don't understand us that we have this gap in understanding. If only you could understand why everyone would want to be in the Vina Cava. And in your individualistic world, you think in singleton ways. You cannot comprehend our multitude, our numbers, nor our omnipotent presence. No, you need something to center those ideas in a singular being, which in this case would be the vessel you see before you.
Save time.
Trying really hard to sell us.
I don't know if I'm grasping your concepts any better. ...
Why, what incredible intuition. You really think yourself as the root of everything.
Reputation, no charisma, plus charisma, a supreme.
But there's that again.
I knew you were gonna ask. I was already going for the stats.
You want to try the charisma route?
Sure.
We gotta flatter it.
Why, what incredible intuition.
Is that sarcasm?
Cormium accidentally said I. despite being a hive mind, mastermind.
We couldn't be happier that you seem so impressed.
I don't know if my ears deceive me, but I feel as if they're repressing something.
They don't have the perception to see the body language.
Regardless, we hope that you and us can come to an understanding somewhere. There must be some foundation for mutual trust. After all, how were you at the fun fair?
Now I can't tell if the noises in the game, because the background music has voices in them. I can't tell if I'm hearing the game or if I'm hearing my parents through my earbuds screaming. I was interested in joining the Venacava. I was lost. I wanted to buy some salt and gnats. Why would it matter?
This is more charisma, and it uses a keyword that we learn. Wow!
Technically, we were lost.
Yeah, I was lost.
Was lost? We think we've heard of such a thing before.
I feel like you would be pretty good friends with Fernwood, just saying.
All the more you should come join us. Here we will grant you the purpose you desperately need. You wouldn't want to get whisked away by that dreadful being. What's their name again? Ornways? Ernways?
Fernwood of the Lost.
Ah, yes. Imagine if you had ran into them, what a disaster it would be.
I did run into them.
Oh,
Oh, please do tell me. What would have happened?
Let's just say you wouldn't be alive right now.
Really, then, what are we doing here? Clearly, they missed the mark with this one. Guess who's standing in the flesh right now?
But we just want to understand why. How should we put it? Why would you insist on meeting with us if you have no intention on joining the Vina Cava? Our time and resources are precious.
hold it.
You want to press every time there's an option to. Well, I guess that is the natural instinct. Hold it! What exact resources are you expending by talking to me?
Wow, haha.
Oh
You
no.
have a lot of audacity to go ahead and ask adultish questions like that. Everything about the rapture needs to be measured precisely,
Rapture.
done with the utmost concentration.
The rapture?
It's why all of us bother living at all.
Barmium's body is pulsating at 2 different speeds. It's like 2 things are struggling for control. I don't know what that means.
Seeking the rapture is one of the wise decisions and a balance. We should not have to suffer. Silly. Why are we talking? And we can show them for what it is. Baby!
The lights are out, and their face begins to contort itself. It looks like blood stopped moving through its limbs and veins. Then, wait, did Mally disappear?
What?
Then, it awakes once again.
Our sincerest apologies for what you just saw.
A silence steps into the chamber, lingering over both you and your interlocutor.
Before we begin, we were wondering a few more things.
Please.
What is the most lacking thing in your life? What is the one thing you wish you could change?
A piece of you.
In your soul. Start flirting with Cormium.
Oh no.
I would love a piece of that Cormium soul. Because there would be no other reason why anyone would join us if they didn't want to leave something behind.
You feel entitled to know this?
You feel entitled to come to the core of being a Kava Cormium. Demand a meeting from us. So the least you can do is answer our questions.
I think this is the one time it makes sense to press and ask what the questions are.
Hold it.
And why should I do that?
Oh no.
Why you should do what?
We're pulling a Fernway on you. Answer your questions. Keep in mind that you're trying to recruit me into the Venacava. I should be the one interviewing you. There's no need for you to get.
Enough with your blabbling. Foolish singletons, always so individualistic and entitled.
Maybe I shouldn't always press for more. Hey, that was the one time it made sense. I thought you were gonna ask what the questions were. Some new limbs of Cormium begin attaching themselves to the ceiling.
Do you think it would be an appropriate time to give a tour of the Cardian?
The Cardian is the name of the orb that we're currently inside. I start walking towards the exit, adjusting the fabrics of my clothes on the way out. I notice that Cormium doesn't follow me and remains attached to the chamber ceilings. Are you to come with me?
We, as Cormium, cannot move from this chamber. But we, as the Vina Cava, can give a quick tour.
The hovering mouse from before appear in front of me. Both the mouse and the beating Cormium speak in tandem.
If
Yeah.
you could follow
Double
us,
left, please.
Certainly. Instead of taking me out of the chamber, they move me to the opposite side of the room. Tubes, veins, and arteries fall down from the ceiling and start to take a life of their own. All of them are drawn to me, as if we were magnets. Oh no. Wait, hold on, what's happening?
Who said you were leaving this room for the tour? Please,
Please.
allow yourself to be connected to our network.
Network.
No! No, of course they'll find any opportunity to connect me to the hive mind. Does this mean it's over before it even started? What exactly are you doing?
We're going to show you projections with our collective mind.
I know, brainwashing.
It's easier to just see visualizations rather than go through all the trouble of walking around.
As you can feel the tubes suck at my skin pores, a thought crosses through your mind. Wait, they're showing projections from their mind. That means I can use insight. But no, as much as I can see what's in their mind, they can also see what's in mine. So they'll know that I can traverse their mind, and may suspect something. Cormium's main form descends from the ceiling again. Time is running out. What I do?
Just listen to the presentation. What's the harm?
I'm assuming this has got to be a bad end. It better be.
Oh,
Let's go for the bad end. We're here anyway. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Ooh.
Better to hold off using it until later.
Alright, now you should be able to feel the rest of the Cardian. Here in the Cardian, members of the Vina Cava travel via valves, arteries, and veins. Arteries and veins are used to keep us all connected, while valves act as passageways through the chambers.
I just realized Cormium is literally representing a human body. That's why the recruiters are mouths. And the mastermind is a heart. They're literally just going through a single body. How come at the fun fair there were no arteries/veins attached to you?
That was because they were all connected to a private network there. We're in the Hoog Bay. We have a core that's connected under the sea. So all the wires, arteries, and veins would go through the dock floors.
And the cores across this plane are all connected back to here?
Precisely, that's how we keep everything intertwined.
What were to happen if the core at Bahook Bay were to collapse? Would all the Venacava be dead or simply disconnected?
We would know if any of our cores are in danger. After all, we're one and the same. Such a thing were to happen, and normally they would disconnect. But, such a noble thing they do, doing it for the best of all of us.
Yeah, that's classic, alright. Classic hive mind mentality.
A lovely Liebstad indeed.
How did you know how to pronounce that?
My best guess.
It sounds pretty accurate. They do what?
Why, they all simply die.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, you simple singletons. I don't understand. If any other collective were to recruit them, or if they were to deform back into their singleton states,
And they're better off dead.
it would be ruined. Better to spare them the harsh reality and end the suffering early. Death is their only release.
I'm actually surprised this wasn't a bad end. I was kind of hoping it would be.
Alright. Do we want to talk about death?
They
Cute.
say not to press.
Okay, fine.
Let's just keep going for now. Once a collective member goes back into a singleton, they are afflicted with the greatest of insanities.
Yeah, it's called sanity.
They are accustomed to being part of a greater presence, but now they feel truly alone. Most end their lives anyway. Some may live on, but in pain and in agony. So you can see that we are doing a favor for them.
But it's needlessly cruel. We should give them the agency to decide. Can we ever know what's good for people?
Why bother having a backup core at all?
Smarts.
You want to be
Very
smart.
smart.
Okay.
Can we ever know what's good for people?
Not usually, but when it comes to us, and they were once a part of us, we would know better than anyone. Sometimes I can feel their desires linger still. You know what you're thinking? Oh, Mia is starting to sound a bit crazy.
No, we're not thinking that at all. We were thinking Cormium has been crazy from the start.
Crazy.
Maybe I should leave. But think of it like this. What if one day you woke up as a slug?
Why is Cormium angry about the idea of waking up as a slug?
Feeling very passionate right now in his speech. A minuscule, defenseless little slug
I don't know where you're going with this.
couldn't speak. In a minute, you could only move less than 1 centimeter. The weight of your vessel would be so immense, you would feel trapped in your own body. No one can understand you. The pain would be too great to convey.
I don't think slugs feel this way about the world. This is seems. I mean, you're making a lot of assumptions about the
That's like
slug.
if you turned into a slug, though. Your family and friends will no longer recognize you. You could never be who you used to be. Cause
Oh, yeah, it's confusing because the dialogue box changes colors.
yeah,
They closed their eyes and tried to compose themselves.
that's what it's like to be demoted from a hive mind back into a singleton body.
I'm not seeing the correlation there.
Feel so vulnerable, like your life has no order anymore. Because you used to be able to think, feel, and be everything and anything that the collective felt. Understand now?
No, not at all.
The costs we must make to protect the Vena Cava. And if they have even a faint connection, all of the other members could experience this agony too. We cannot afford for such a thing to happen.
Oh my god, 2 things you could press. Too many choices.
Maybe. Ford.
Yes. Hold it, what do you mean by a Ford?
You see, that's
See,
the
that's-
thing. It's always about you and what resources you can afford to lose.
Ha ha. Why, of course it's about us. And you hear? We're a collective. We think in terms of the many over the few. You're willing to sacrifice those few for the comfort of the many.
This is such social commentary. But think about it like this. It isn't about many versus few, but about the quality of pain versus gain. What happens if you didn't kill them? then the whole Venakava may be slightly displeased, but the cost of killing these individuals is death.
And death is nothing to fear. It bears no consequence to them because, well, they're dead. And we intend to be very transparent as to what will happen to them.
That is fair. They are being very upfront about this.
All singletons before the Vinakava know that this will happen to them if there are no cores left.
That's fair enough. I can't imagine anyone who would do this knowing that they're expendable.
If you have any more questions, feel free to ask now.
Questioning will now begin. Use the keywords you have so far to ask the core meme about them. Do this, simply type in the keyword you want to ask about. Or perhaps you can
Oh, wait, I don't actually need to read this part. I don't think we even had any keywords that we got from this.
I think we
Check
did.
the list. Do you have any?
Oh, the Rapture and the Fun Fair, that's it.
Maybe
Hmm.
Rapture.
Yeah, the Rapture makes more sense. Why would he ask about the Fun Fair? What is so great about the Rapture that it is your only goal in mind?
What an interesting question.
I hardly think it's that interesting. I'd argue it should be something that's given. Your whole pitch as to why you should join the Venakava is centered around Rapture. It shouldn't be surprising when someone asks what's so great about it, because you should be able to justify why Rapture is worth pursuing.
Now let me ask you this. Why is the reason that we live life at all? It's because of the pleasures that we have. We're constantly in a search.
Just as Cormian was talking, their face undergoes a fission of sorts. You can hear two singleton screaming voices yelling at each other. Cormium itself begins to melt and bleed from its mouth. What the heck?
Uh-oh.
Too long. Too long. You talk of rapture. I shall grant you rapture. Just bask in it together.
I'm concerned.
Don't listen to them. Please get a hold of yourself.
What? I always thought that these two would be in perfect harmony. Turns out I may not have to convince Cormium. It looks like I'm going to have to pick a side, or maybe help the two fuse back together.
I choose either Core or Mium to convince. Wow, we get to choose a route.
Wow.
Wow. Didn't know this was a dating game.
What we do?
Gotta fix the issues here.
Do we engage in couples therapy for them?
Say yeah.
Okay. Help them fuse together again.
I don't say anything, but watch them fall apart. Maybe they'll root each other out.
Turns out you guessed wrong! Within a matter of seconds, Cormium comes together as they did before. They smile.
Our sincerest apologies for that hideous display. Have anything else left to ask?
I guess that's the wrong choice for that one. So let's ask about... Well, we can ask about other ones too. Okay, actually I want to ask about Lost because it came up. Oh, okay.
Sorry, but that's not relevant.
I gotta keep asking.
What?
Oh. What part does Mium play within Cormium?
What do you mean? We're two halves of one collective core.
There must be a separation for a reason, and if that isn't the case, then I would have guessed that perhaps you do different tasks?
We both do what's needed for the Vinakava. No one does less or more than the other. Perhaps Miam will speak when they so wish. But right now, I'd rather hear your other questions.
Okay.
Anything else left to ask? About Core? Sorry, what do you mean about Core?
Well, Core and Mium are separate parts of Cormium, and if there is indeed a split between you two, how does controlling the Venakava work? What does Core contribute?
That is none of
Just as Cora and Miam opened their mouth to speak, they were split once again as they were before. One of the colored hues began to speak.
The rapture!
Huh!
Here's my success. Where is the rapture? Wasting time. Eat it now! Calm yourself!
They formed back together as one.
Please, use us. You can probably guess Cora's responsible for the rapture or pleasure we feel. They're the glue that sticks this whole thing together. Without them, the rapture wouldn't be nearly as good as it was. More ensures that every member of the Vina Cava vigorously seeks this rapture. The power of their instinct and immediate needs make the collective more effective as one.
So Cora and Cora Miam acts like the instinct or intrinsic desire in everyone for rapture. They don't seem that articulate and seem to be really pressed for time. Hell, they even thought talking to me right now is a time waster. Almost like they're addicted to it.
Anything else like that? Kind of want to go back to that the decision. Pick one of the sides.
Let's keep going now.
I haven't asked about the fun fair yet.
That's true.
Wait. Fun Fair is one of plenty of events we hold to spread awareness about the Vina Cava. There are fun games to play, philosophical questions to ask oneself,
Ah, yes. An important part of any fun fair.
group therapy. One of our greatest attractions. We also host some interactive novels that mimics the life of being in the collective.
This is too meta.
It's people interested. Other collectives would rather just brainwash them, but we don't think that's the way to do it.
Cora Miam's blood vessels are popping. There's some deep-rooted resentment here against other collectives.
You should be excited and want to join us. We can all experience the fun together.
What else was the fun fair for?
It was also a fundraiser event for the disconnected.
Disconnected?
Occasionally, assimilation doesn't work on a singleton, which is such a shame. So they begin to slowly dissociate themselves from the hive mind. We spread awareness on the disconnected so they can be reintegrated into the collective. And along the way, with the money we earn, we hope to find a cure for them. So that they can never be disconnected again. Anything else?
What? Okay. What? Okay. Okay. Thanks, Rumpy. Really helpful. Okay, let's go. I have to quit and open it again.
Stream over.
Have we been going for it? I was hoping to finish up this one first. It says I've been live for an hour and 45 minutes. We could go for a little longer because I think we're pretty close to finishing this part.
Yeah. Open it up again and try to finish it.
Okay. Oh yeah, I need to share screen again. Dang it, Discord. Why don't you do this automatically?
Go again.
Remember. Fine, let's go back to this choice actually. Why is it so loud? Oh, I guess it reset the music. Okay. Do we
Talk to maybe talk to Miam.
also this entire time when they kept talking about the rapture, I thought they were talking about like, you know, the biblical rapture where people are like, oh my god, the apocalypse is gonna come unless you believe in God. I thought it was gonna be like that. But no, they were talking about literally like rapture, like happiness.
Mm.
If that's going to be the case, then I need to go inside their mind. Now is time.
Oh,
There's a door.
exclamation.
Why are there two doors? What do they mean? What does the door mean?
Oh god, this is gonna be a lot of work.
At least there's not an invisible maze this time. The beasts can hunt you down using their noses. They sniff to find your... ... Last letter T. What a smell. Is it feet?
What a smell.
I'm confused.
I go investigate other things.
Because it's not letting me type anything. Okay. Well, maybe that's supposed to be a clue.
Look for something else later.
Like our mind, the final answer is split in two. The first half is for you to find. The second half is your previous answer to get the key. First half plus old answer equal final answer. I don't know what that means.
Gotta investigate everything then.
Why does this game not have a sprint button?
Why is your mind so big, Cormium?
How to decode the cipher? L to B. First half the final answer. X, K. You want me to look at...
I have to look at a decoding thingy thing, the circle thing that decodes the... No, my god.
No. Not like this.
Oh, shoot.
I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to get rid of the text box. Loud. Yes.
Go the other door, maybe.
You don't have the key to access this door.
What?
Oh. In that case, question mark?
Oh.
Something about bees trying to smell not your feet, but the last letter is T.
And the ZK, and this is your... Two answers are the same, but you need a letter decoder thing, which I don't have.
What's your answer? Oh no.
I don't know. Okay, let's go check that clue again. It says the last letter is T and it's a 4-letter word. Don't you think it would be feet? The beasts can hunt you down using their noses. They sniff to find your ... Last letter T. What a smell. Oh, what would it be if not for feet? Yeah, like that makes sense.
Eat.
They gotta kick us out if we get the wrong answer. I'll save when I walk over there. It's gotta take a while. Do you think it's meat?
Could be
Oh.
feet.
I thought it was feet.
Combined. Then I don't know.
Incorrect answer.
See, it's gum.
Go look at the other clue again. I
The
think
other
it's, like,
clue-
combined something.
This one doesn't actually help though, because it's just telling you the other answer. Oh, wait, that is the final answer. There's only one answer.
Okay, that's an issue.
Was it feet or meat?
Did you try feet?
But there's only one place to type in your answer.
So it's saying you have to find the answer and then you have to decode it. And that's what you enter. I hate riddles. I suck at these.
Yes, that was the old answer, the final answer.
And why must they be so far apart?
L to B.
L becomes B.
Okay, time to go Google a decoder. How do I use this?
What?
I'm literally looking up a cipher decoder. It wants to know the shift though. How far apart is L to B? I can't visualize that in my head. I have to have it like right in front of me. Do they have an L to B cipher? Google says no. Ah, rude.
Is it like 16?
Hmm?
Either 9 or 10. I say 10.
I'm trying to find one that will let me actually input. I can't. I'm not finding one. I'm not good at searching. Oh, it gave us a hint there. It starts with XK? What the heck?
You had to combine the first half with the final answer.
I'm not getting that for feet or meat. Am I using this right? What is the answer? Gotta Google this riddle. Fun?
Bees can hunt you down using their noses.
Oh yeah,
Zen?
so what?
No, wait. Never mind. That's not 4 letters.
Four-letter words ending with T. This isn't a real riddle, so they don't have an answer somewhere. There's 11 pages of results. Hmm. I don't think a lot of these are actual words. What the heck? Are we sure L to B is an offset of 10 letters?
No.
Is there a 9 or 10?
I'm getting genetics when I look up how far apart they are. B is 2. L is 12. What? Okay, actually, what I should have been doing is decoding the other way. It's HU. Is it hunt? XKDJ. I didn't think it was hunt because hunt is already in the riddle itself. XKDJ. Dang it! Okay, it has to be 10. Is it hurt? XKHJ. What? What could it possibly be when it starts with HU and ends with T? There's only so many words that fit that criteria.
Oh my god, why does this keep giving me words that don't exist?
Okay, so decoding X and K, right?
Yeah. Which is HU, if you're going from L to B.
I see. I knew it.
I search up the ciphertext thingy.
But it's 5, not.
Text alphabet to ciphertext.
The only words that...
X and K is NA.
What? And it ends with T. What kind of word is that?
Wait, hold on.
First half of the final answer. Then
I'm looking up the walkthrough.
that combines with the old answer, I think. What the other thing say again?
Which route are we doing again? The Miam route?
Yeah.
Miam route.
Got the power of the internet and guides.
Getting the keyword pain the first way. Reread. Keywords.
I don't think I'm interpreting it wrong, though. I think it's one word, but you're putting it through a cipher.
We're doing the perception test, right?
I don't know what we're doing. It's been a while. I've been looking up ciphers for like 10 minutes, maybe longer.
Vent? But it's 5 words, but not 4.
What? Is that the actual answer? Did they screw up? It clearly says it's 4. Unless I read it wrong.
Do we choose the pain? Do we choose pain versus rapture? Do we go rapture or pain?
I don't know what I don't remember picking any of the... What? Rapture, I think?
Rapture,
Oh,
rapture
it's
means...
4 letters. 4 letters starting with HU.
Yeah, sent.
What? What the heck?
The first tablet is sent. The answer to the first tablet is the input sent. This will unlock the door that was previously locked.
How does that make sense? What?
Sent. That's what it says in the walkthrough.
It doesn't make sense.
Do you want to try it? No, like scent, like the scent of something.
But they had 4 blanks. That was the 4-letter word. What the heck? I mean, it makes sense, except for the fact that it oh, this entire time. But it doesn't make sense.
It's 4 letters, but it's 5.
And it didn't decode to that.
There's a key.
Unless it means the... Well, I'm so confused.
Wait. Look through. I found it.
I don't
Yeah, I'm
understand.
at the walkthrough too.
I don't understand.
Okay. So there's actually a lock. The door that was locked before. You can go there and press. Okay.
Okay, hold up. Let me save again and cry. Because it didn't make sense.
says the second answer is nascent.
Nascent? But
Nascent?
well, I guess that makes sense with the cipher. The way they phrased this was so confusing. It is. Oh my god.
It is 4 letters.
I think what they meant was, they just didn't do a, because it's like text only. They wanted to do like a bar and then T under it, but because they don't have that in whatever they coded, they just put it in brackets and assumed you would read it as a T with an underline under it when they put it in brackets instead.
Yeah.
It is so confusing. Oh my god. Okay. After forever. I see in front of me that my insight must have caused a strain on Cormia. Forget about Cormia, it caused a strain on me. They're panicking, out of breath and confused as to what they're feeling. My power does come with its downsides. That being, they're able to notice a difference in fatigue, pain levels, etc. And as a collective, they would be more aware of this versus other singleton creatures.
What happened? What just happened? Who cares? Make the pain go away, Miam. Hey, it's your job.
Don't worry, I can fix this. Oh.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Oh, well, me, I can see the clear problem as to what's happening.
Pain?
No, it's something a little bit deeper than that. I take a pause for effect. And then I dip my feet into their waist, swirling it around. Gross.
Gross.
I think that the two of you aren't working.
What are you suggesting?
Couple therapy?
Dare you?
Can't you see?
We're fine.
We don't need your help.
I'm not saying that you two are broken. On the contrary, I would actually consider your proposition of the Venacava. Simply put, I think there could be a few changes made.
Are you insinuating we're inadequate?
This is couple therapy.
No, on the contrary, I think you're in the nascent stages of reaching your full potential.
We've developed the system we have in place for eons. Why would a singleton like you know any better?
It is because I'm coming from an outsider perspective. You've been living with yourself for so long, you can't see if there are any structural issues that are holding you back. For me, the defect is clear and obvious. Wouldn't you say so, Miam?
No idea what you're talking about.
I turn my head and stick my tongue out in course direction. This is, yeah, sure, your therapist sure does that. At first, Miam doesn't get the hint, but then their hue changes and their eyes widen. Or doesn't even notice me staring at them.
Rapture. Get out.
It's like scrolling without me. For emphasis.
What?
Someone who acts purely based on instinct. Someone who is enslaved to their desires. Someone who is addicted to the thing that everyone else needs. Doesn't act in the interest of the greater good. I'll tell you what they do. They hold the rest of the collective back. Pull in my tongue and turn my attention back towards Miam. You see it now too, don't you? The embarrassing and shameful character splits that happened earlier. The fission of Core Miam into Core and Miam. The desperation to recruit me. The illogical decisions you make. There's a common factor here.
Don't say another word. I know precisely what you're doing.
This is the opposite of couples therapy where we're encouraging divorce. Why on earth would I care about your opinion of me? It's hardly germane to the situation at hand. Someone who's interested in joining the Venacava, you're not making a very good sell. You two can't even keep it together for an important orientation. If you ask me, I scrape the top of the side of my horn to let there be a moment of silence. This has been less of my orientation, of more of witnessing your mental breakdown. I would...
Core is invaluable to the process. They're the reason the Minakava doesn't get tired of excessive rapture.
Actually, you make an interesting point. Let's say that Cora wasn't here. Then everyone would be desensitized to pleasure if that became their status quo. Yes?
Yes.
And as the Venakava, you can change their desires and wills.
That is correct.
Does this also include emotions and memory?
Yes. We try not to tamper with memory.
I know you're just saying that, so I wouldn't be afraid of joining the Venakava if I'm in for memory loss. Don't worry, I don't have that many treasured experiences I need to remember. But I'm really bluffing my way through this. Meaning to join a hive mind I have no intention of assimilating into. But what if, after every rapture, there was an emotional reset? If you could program the Venakava to forget the experience they undergone, that would mean that every new raptured would feel like they felt it for the first time. Also, their bodies will still have the sensation of missing the rapture that they once had. So in that case...
Or wouldn't be needed.
then you would occupy the whole Cormium with just one singular head.
Or
We had a negative charisma check?
no. We don't need to hear any more of this. We don't need any more of this.
Oh no. In my eyes, I witnessed Cora and Miam fuse back together as one. As they're no longer separated, this means that...
You think you can get under our skin, hmm? Let's try. We have to admit you're a rather impressive specimen. Surely all the more impressive that we could use in addition to the minute cabinet, yes?
Wait, I never made my final decision.
Too late.
No, I was so sure there was a way out. At least I can damage their mind. I can make it out of here. So maybe this time. But what is this place? It's the hive mind. Oh, it's wonderful. Yes, truly wonderful. We can't wait to start this new day here with everyone else. We think it's time to start again. We need to make more come. We'll make more come. More will come. More will be assimilated. More will join us. More is needed after all.
For the rapture.
Oh, there's the bad end. Void end. What was your name again?
Also, I think
Yeah.
it was too much pressing. And apparently we need negative charisma to pass that check. We had positive charisma, we had the opposite of that.
Yeah. In the walkthrough, this says there's certain routes we can go down. I don't think we were on the right one.
I feel like charisma is probably better for Cora's route, actually. That's the feeling I was getting. I am unspoiled. Aside from that freaking riddle, I would have gotten it if they displayed it properly. If they said like 5-letter word with the last letter being a T. But no, they just had 4 blanks and said in brackets last letter T. Okay. We have successfully reached the bad end, which was actually what I was kind of aiming for because I was hoping it would end sooner. Anyway, good enough for today. We got one soul. We failed another one. Continue this next week.
Yeah. Next time we'll get it.
Good night,
I
everyone.
know.
Good night.